Hello everyone, I'm Coach Jeff. Welcome to another workout. In today's workout, we're going to do kind of a home office routine. So you will need a chair for today's workout. You want to make sure it's a sturdy chair, as you'll be putting about 50 to 80% of your body weight on it during some of the exercises. So I would not recommend using a folding chair here. And again, this workout is great for people who are kind of stuck in their home office, don't really have a lot of equipment. Again, all you're going to need is a chair. It's also perfect if you're in an apartment with people below you. There's really no impact in this workout. We're going to go ahead and start right with a downward dog, using the back side or the tall side of your chair. You're going to go ahead and grab on about shoulder width, putting your body into an L position. So you want your feet aligned right underneath your hips. From here, arching your lower back, start to drop your head right between your biceps. Keep a nice neutral neck, so don't just drop the neck. Dropping kind of the whole upper body here, and just feeling that hamstring stretch. From here, we're going to do 5 repetitions where we bend the knees slightly, releasing the stretch, and then we're going to push those hips up and back, feeling that hamstring stretch once again. So we're going to bend those knees, relax into the heels a little bit, and then push your knees backward, arch your lower back, and tilt the back of your legs up to the sky. There's 1, and here we go. 2, again, feeling this in the back of the legs, pretty much from your glutes down to your knees, maybe your calves. And this is a great modification for downward dog, for those people who have wrist problems, carpal tunnel, things like that. Let's get 2 more reps here. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and walk this downward dog out. So we're going to bend one knee. I'm going to bend my left knee, pushing my right hip back, really arching my lower back. And I really feel that stretch coming up the right leg. And then we switch. I'm going to bend the right knee, coming up onto the right toes, pushing the hips back on the left side, keeping the left heel down. Let's go for 10 reps. And walk it out, back and forth. Once you understand the movement, try not to look at the screen too much. Keep your neck nice and neutral. And just count your 10 reps. Feel that stretch climbing up those hamstrings as we walk this back and forth. Bending one knee, keeping the other leg straight, and then switching as we breathe through. Again, going for about 10 reps, or about 5 each side. I'm just going to get 2 more to even this out. Last one here. All right, we're going to go to the other side of the chair. So you turn it around, or just get on the other side there. From here, we're going to go into a hamstring stretch, followed by our runner stretch. So I'm going to put my left foot up on the chair. I'm going to point the toes on the left side toward my face. From here, I'm also making sure this right hip is squared forward. Don't let the right toe turn off. Arching your back, you're going to reach down slowly with the right hand, twisting to the left. And then we're going to stand up tall, doing that 3 times. So we turn to the left slightly, reach down, to the left toe with the right hand, and back up. 1. Keep as much of an arch in your lower back as you can, so don't just fold your spine over. And exhale as you reach for those toes. Let's get 1 more here. All right, that was our hamstring stretch. Let's turn it into the runner stretch. So we're going to keep the same foot up. We're just going to flatten the foot. Leave the right leg pretty much where it is. Put your hands down to the inside of that left leg. Drop your hips forward, pick your chest up, put the weight in that left heel, and you should feel a nice little hamstring stretch under the left side, maybe a hip flexor stretch on the right side here. And we're going to stand back up, and then push right back into that runner stretch. Hands down to the inside, arching the back, drop those hips forward, keep that right glute kind of tight to get that nice hip flexor stretch on the right side, and press back, and down. Dropping those hips, arch your lower back, squeeze that right glute, and back, and let's just get 1 more. Down, and back. Just kind of opening up the hip flexors, hamstrings there. Let's go switch sides. So now I got my right leg up. I'm flexing the toes on the right side toward the face. From here, I arch my back. I'm going to go ahead and push my left hand down to my right toe as I turn slowly to the right, and come back to center. Let's get about 3 to 4 reps. Keep that left leg nice and straight, squared forward. Should feel this shooting up the hamstring and the side of the right leg. I'm just going to get 1 more. This feels good, and this is my tighter side. And now we're going to go ahead right into that runner stretch. We're going to flatten that right foot onto the chair. We're going to put the hands down to the inside of the right foot. Squeeze that left glute as you drop the hips down and forward, putting the weight into the right heel. We come back up and right back down. Exhaling as we come down. Try to get a little deeper each time. About 3 to 4 reps here. Now this warm-up we're doing today, you can do almost every day, especially if you're someone who's sitting often in your home office, or even when you do return maybe back to the office in the city. All right. Now from here, we're going to practice some hip circles. So align yourself very close to the low side of the chair, into the middle of the chair as well. From here, we're going to pick that side of the leg up, come around your chair, and then back to center. Touch the ground, and continue. We're doing this 10 times on each side. So here's 3 for me, but take your time. 4, 5. Try not to touch the foot on the back side of the chair, just touching it on the front side. Going through this hip mobility, challenging your balance just a little bit. I'm gonna get about 3 more. Definitely feeling the standing leg working here, especially if you're keeping that glute nice and tight as you should be. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch. So we're gonna bring this to the other side of my body. Got my pillow to make this a little softer for some later exercises. Here we go, other side. So we come up into hip flexion, around, and then back with control. Woo. The good thing about the chair, as you just saw when I hit it, is it forces you to keep the range of motion the same on each side. This side is a little bit tighter for me, so it's good because it keeps me honest through this range of motion. Hip circling to the back of the chair, and right back in front. I'm gonna get about 3 more again. Here we go, 1, 2, and 1 more. All right. Right from here, we're gonna go into our high mountain climber. So we're on the front side of the chair, the low side here. Your hands, you pretty much just want to grip the chair to the sides nice and tight. Thumbs are almost facing forward. You're going to tuck the pelvis, dropping your hips with your body at around a 45-degree angle to the ground. From here, we're going to bring the right knee up to the left hand, nice and slow, and then we switch. You can bring it up to the hand or the elbow, or just right in the middle of the forearm. Let's go through for 40 seconds. Big, deep breaths. I want you to go slow here and feel this in your core. If you're not feeling it in your core, tuck your pelvis, lower your hips just a little bit, and lean forward into that chair. As you bring your knee up and across, try not to twist your hips too much. Just working through the lower body and core here. Big, deep breaths as we go through. Get about 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and good there. Okay, we're gonna get to the back of the chair. We're gonna hit some glute work here. So we're gonna return pretty much to that downward dog position that we started with in the warm-up. From here, bend both of your knees slightly, and then push your left leg out behind you just a little bit. From here, turn that left toe out to the side, and then we're gonna kick up, squeeze the glute. Down with control, up, squeeze the glute. Here we go, 20 reps on this side. So my standing leg, I have a slight bend in that knee. My left leg is kicking up and backwards, squeezing the glute nice and tight at the top. Make sure you're not throwing your lower back into this kick. So don't gain a lot of momentum, and keep that belly button tucked up and in so your core is engaged, protecting your spine. Here we go, about 20 reps. I'm gonna get about 12 more. You do want to keep that left toe, or whatever foot is kicking up, kind of turned out away from the body. You'll also feel the standing leg working here. So that right glute in this case. You shouldn't feel this in your lower back. I'm just gonna get about 3 more. 3, 2, and other side. All right, we're gonna shake that out, and then we'll switch. Return to your downward dog position. All right, slight bend in both knees. We're gonna take that right foot, bring it back just a little bit, turn the toes out to the right side of the body, kick up, nice and controlled, squeeze the top, and down with control. Here we go. Going for 20 reps. Inhaling as the leg comes down, big exhale, squeeze the glute at the top. If you've been training with me for a while, you know that the glutes are mostly comprised of our slow twitch muscle fibers. So they like the peak contraction, they like that little isometric hold at the top of the movement. This way you activate the maximum number of fibers through the movement, burn the most calories, and get the most out of toning those glutes. I'm gonna go for about 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. All right, gonna shake that out, turn your chair back around or get to the other side. Going right back into those high mountain climbers. So again, your hands are kind of on the edges of the chair. You're gripping the chair nice and tight. Thumbs are almost faces forward. Tuck your pelvis, drop your hips, pull your shoulders back. You should feel the load in your core from here already. And then we cross mountain climber. Let's do it. 40 seconds of work. Keep the belly button in. Don't let those hips turn too much. It's a good idea to keep the chest up as you kind of drive the hips down and forward. Here we go, about halfway. Staying high on those toes as the foot goes back. Feeling a little bit of that load in the upper body as you squeeze the chair. Keeping the arms nice and tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, last rep. All right, going right back into those glute kicks. So getting to the high side of the chair again. Whoop, little spin. And let's get right into it. So we hit that downward dog position, nice and extended here. We're gonna bend both of those knees slightly, bring your left foot back, turn those toes out to the left side, arch your lower back, belly in, and then we kick up, hold it for a sec, down with control. Let's go at least 20 reps. Keep a slight bend in the standing leg. As you're kicking up, you're slightly turning those toes out away from the body. Holding that at the top just for an instant so you're not getting too much momentum through this movement. Don't want to throw your lumbar spine into this. I'm going to get 5 more. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, we're gonna switch sides, gonna shake that out. And again, you will feel that on the standing leg, that's okay, especially if it's in the glute and hamstring. Return to that downward dog position, little arch in your back, bend both of your knees, bring your right foot back, turn those toes out to the right side of your body, and kick up, hold, down with control. Remember, don't swing too much momentum. Focus on that squeeze at the top. I'm going to get 9 more on this side. Here we go. 3, 2, last rep. All right. Again, shake that out. Done with those 2 exercises. Now we're going to move on to a little more challenging part of our routine. So we're going to flip it back. All right. You don't need your pad or pillow for this part. We're going to do a single leg sit to stand. So what I'm going to do is bring my right leg out in front of me, keeping it up off the ground. This is going to be the advanced version, so watch out for the modification, especially if you have bad knees or trouble with squats. We're gonna go down with control, sitting on the chair or couch, and then standing up with control, keeping this leg off the ground. Now, if this is too challenging, just put that right heel on the ground, press through that left heel to stand up, push those hips back and down with control. So that modified version, you just keep that opposite heel on the ground. I'm gonna start on my right leg here. I'm gonna bring my left foot out, keeping it off the ground for this advanced version. We're gonna push those hips back, sit for only a moment, stand up tall, pulling the hips forward. Down with control, and we stand up tall. 10 repetitions on each side if we can. This is my third, but take your time, get your reps. Keep that chin up, chest up, shoulders back, as you push your hips back to go down, and then drive through your heel, pulling your hips forward to stand up. We're gonna get 2 more, and we'll do last one here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So I'm gonna bring my right leg up, and again, if you want to do it modified version, just keep that right heel on the ground. Push those hips back to sit down, and up tall with control. Make sure that left heel, that working leg, stays on the ground. Also make sure you don't have any children in the room playing with you, because this is when they'll likely pull the chair out from under you. And you'll end up all the way on the ground. No, I'm just kidding. That wouldn't be funny. Getting your 10 reps here on this other side. I'm gonna get 2 more. All right. Now for this part, you are gonna want a little cushion on your chair. So I'm just gonna take my pillow and I'm gonna throw it on top. We're gonna lay down on the ground, going into our hip bridge with abduction and external rotation. So you're gonna take your feet or your heels, put them right on top of the chair. From here, flex your toes toward your face and tuck your hips or your butt underneath your knees. So they're pretty much straight underneath your knees. From here, as we hip bridge up, we're gonna push the knees out, keeping the hips as high as we can, holding 3, 2, 1. As we come down, the knees come back to parallel with the body. So we hip bridge up, turn the knees out, opening, squeezing the glutes. You should feel this on the upper side of your glutes, and down with control. Let's go, 15 reps. Up, open, 3, 2, down with control. Up, open, hold, 3, 2, down with control. Let's do it here. These are gonna burn, but they really help to shape the glute hamstring tie-in. So that little space underneath your glutes, and then also the shelf kind of at the top of the glutes near your pant line. And you should really feel the top of the glutes as you open the knees, push the hips up, squeeze, and down with control. Again, going for about 15 reps if you can. A little 2 to 3 second hold at the top. Feel that peak contraction, and then down with control. I'm gonna get 3 more here. And 1 more. All right, good, shake that out. It's definitely an advanced hip bridge exercise. You should feel that right underneath your leg and your hamstrings and kind of the outside upper part of the glutes. Moving right back to that single leg sit to stand. Now I've got another version of this where we can make it a lot more advanced as well. So let's go through the 3 different versions now that we have. We're gonna do the one with the heel down as the most modified, sort of simplest, with the heel up off the ground, sort of that middle moderate. And then to make this more challenging, if you want to hit it with me, we're going to turn this single leg sit to stand into a forward lunge. And then sending the body back, up, and into that forward lunge. So again, you have 3 options here. Do what's best for you. Let's get about 10 to 15 reps on each side. So that most advanced version, I'm going to bring my left leg up, send my hips back, pushing up through the right heel, I bring my left leg forward into that forward lunge, pushing up to the left heel. Here we go, back and forth. This is 2. Have some fun with it. Be careful. Make sure that chair behind you is in a nice sturdy position, so it's not going to move on you. Getting about 5 more reps here. And I'll get 1 more, and then we'll switch sides. Nice little quad burn there in both legs, because we're using both legs for that advanced version. All right, other side. So I got my right leg up and out, pushing the hips back, come up through the left heel, step into the right heel for the forward lunge, and push back. 1, go over 10, 2, 3, 4. Do your best. Do which version feels best for you. And then maybe over time, you increase the intensity, maybe push to this most advanced version. I'm going to hit 3 more. Last one. All right, shake that out. Between these 2 leg exercises, you should definitely be feeling it. Let's take maybe a 10 to 20 second rest here as we get in position for those hip bridges. So again, to get aligned for your hip bridge, bring your butt and your hips right underneath your knees. Put your foot or feet up on the pillow or soft chair. Flex your toes toward your face. We're going to hit the hip bridge again with that external rotation and abduction. So we go up, turn those knees out, push the hips even higher, squeeze the glutes, down with control. Try to get that 2 to 3 second hold at the top so you get that nice peak contraction. About 15 reps if we can. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling as we come down, soft touch. Exhale, push up as high as you can, and drive the knees out. We're gonna get 3 more. Up, drive the knees out, hold, squeeze, and down, control. All right, shake that out, done with that leg circuit. Now we're gonna get right into kind of some upper body work here, as well as hitting the calves. So this one is definitely an advanced upper body exercise, so watch out for some modifications here. All right, this is called a decline push-up. So we're gonna put the feet up on the chair. All right, we get into a high plank position. Now, if this is difficult enough for you, I just want you to hold this while we do our 10 to 15 reps. Otherwise, we go down with control, elbows in, and press up hard. If both of these are too difficult, just do a normal plank on your forearms here. Otherwise, let's do it. 10 to 15 decline push-ups. Feet are up on the chair, elbows come in, down, press up hard, 10 to 15. Down with control, up with control. All the way down, all the way up if you can. 5 more. And shake that out. Again, it's definitely an advanced upper body exercise. Again, if you can't do that, just hold that high decline plank, or get down on the ground, hold a forearm plank. We're gonna now get to the back side of your chair, going through a standing pulse calf raise. So holding onto the back of the chair, bring your heels up off the ground as high as you can. So you're up on your toes as best you can. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds, squeezing the back of the calves. 5, 4. From here, we're gonna pulse 20 reps. So you go halfway down, back up. 1, 2, 3. You can go pretty fast. We need about 7 more. And shake that out. All right. Now we're gonna do that same thing on one leg. So I'm gonna stand facing you. I'm gonna bring my inside leg just up off the ground. We're gonna go up on the standing leg, getting the heel as high off the ground as you can. So I'm up high on my tippy toes here, using the chair a little bit for balance, holding for 10 seconds. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we're gonna bring the heel halfway down to the ground and back up, pulsing for about 20 reps if we can. It's okay to bounce a little bit here. Just going halfway down and back up. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! You should feel that nice calf burn in that working or standing leg. All right, same thing, other side. Just giving you this different angle here. So I've got my left foot forward. Right leg is the working leg. I'm gonna bring the right heel up as high as I can. So I'm high on my toes. Holding for 10 full seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then pulse. Halfway down, back up. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 20 if you can. 10 more. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, shake that out. Turn your chair back around or get to the other side. Going right into those decline push-ups again. So let's go through our modifications though, if those are too difficult for you. Your regular plank is gonna be your easiest of this part of the workout. So we tuck the pelvis, pull the arms down and hold. Your second version is getting up on your hands, putting your feet up onto the chair and holding with me for the duration of the 15 reps. Or we're going right into these decline push-ups. If you're ready, choose your version and let's hit it 10 to 15 reps or just hold that plank. 1, 2, 3. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Come on down. Shake that out. Last set of those calf raises. Doing both legs with that pulse first. So we get those heels high off the ground. You're up on your toes. Holding with me for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. We go halfway down and back up 20 times. About 3 more. All right, you should feel that nice burn in the calves. Now, if you noticed you had a weaker side, let's do that one first here. Really work through the endurance. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick my right leg up. I'm working my left side. I'm gonna bring my left heel up, high as I can, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. We go halfway down and back up 20 times. Ten more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonus. All right, shake it out. We go other side. So I'm bringing my left foot out of the way or up. I'm gonna go all the way up on the right side, squeezing that right calf nice and tight, holding for the 10 seconds. Got about 7 left. 5, 4, 3, 2, down halfway and up 20 times. 2, 3. 10 more. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go ahead, shake that out. All done with the tough work for today. We're gonna go ahead and unwind this with some stretches. Starting right where we hit first with that downward dog pose. So again, if you're someone who works often in a home office, you're sitting for large portions of the day, get your butt up and do some of these exercises to undo some of the damage that is caused by excessive sitting. This downward dog is a perfect example. Super easy to hit, right? Put your hands about shoulder width. Feet are directly under the hips, so you got a nice L position in your body. From here, just arch your lower back, tilting the back of your legs up to the sky. So you can pretend you're showing the back side of your tail to the sky. And then we're going to go ahead and walk this out. We're going to hold each side though for about 10 seconds. So bend your right knee, put all the weight in the left heel, push the left hip back. You should feel a nice stretch coming up the left hamstring. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we switch. Here we go. So I'm bending the left knee, pushing the right hip back, weight's kind of in the right heel, arching the lower back, feeling that stretch, crawl up the right side of the hamstring. Holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center. From there we can stand up. We'll get right into a standing quad stretch here. So if you can, take your foot, grab it behind you. For the best out of this standing quad stretch, you're gonna wanna push your knees close together, tuck your pelvis, especially on the side that you're stretching. For me, it's this left side. And then kind of squeeze the glute on that left side. As you squeeze the glute on the left side, push that left knee backwards. I'm just going to give you a different angle so you can see how upright the body is. So you don't want to get into this folded over position. You're trying to get the hip out of flexion. So again, tuck the pelvis, squeezing the left glute, and then push that left knee backwards. You should feel a nice quad stretch coming through here. Holding for about 30 seconds. Or with stretching, it's always a good idea to just go with breathing. So maybe 5 big deep breaths. Let's do about 2 more together. Ready? Inhale, nice and big. Exhale into that stretch. 1 more. Inhale, nice and big. Exhale into that stretch. Let's go ahead and switch sides here. So I'm going to grab my right foot behind me. I'm going to put my knees close together. So I tuck that right knee close to the left one. I'm going to tuck the pelvis, especially on the right side. Squeezing the right glute, I'm going to push the right knee backwards. So again, about 30 seconds or 5 long deep breaths, just releasing into this stretch. Two more together. And last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn this around for our last stretch here. Go ahead, take a seat on your chair. We're gonna pick the left leg up over the right knee. Your left ankle is pretty much right on top of that left knee. From here, sit your lower back as tall as you can, grab your left knee with both hands, turn to the left side of your body as far as you can. Now at the same time, you're sitting up as tall as you can and pulling that left knee sort of to the right shoulder. You should feel a stretch through that left glute, maybe a little bit in the mid-back. Keep working your eyes behind you, sitting up nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go ahead and switch sides. We're gonna bring that right ankle up and over, put the right ankle on the left knee, sit your lower back as tall as you can, grab that right knee, and twist to the right. Pulling that right knee across to that left shoulder, exhaling, releasing that right hip into the stretch. With each exhale, try to turn a little bit more behind you to the right, feeling that stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center. That concludes our workout for today. I hope you enjoyed this home office, apartment-friendly chair workout. If you need more Coach Jeff though, you know where to go. My Facebook page at Coach Jeff or my YouTube channel, Metamorphic Methods. Have a great day.